If we drew it in like a flow chart, we would say, okay, if we're going to test a golf ball, how do we know how to test it? How do we know what launch conditions to subject the golf ball to? So what we do is we start with the player research team, and we ask them to go collect launch information from golfers.
It's important for us to test with golfers because we want to learn how they hit the golf ball. What do they do? How do they approach impact, and what are their launch conditions? So thousands of golfers worldwide, we've collected their launch condition data, their individual fingerprint on how they hit a golf ball. So that's how we develop the products. We want to see how you all out there in the real world hit the golf ball. And it's good for us to know, if we're developing products, what are people actually doing? What's real and what's not real? And how are we going to set the robots to recreate those situations when we test products?
Whatever launch condition we achieved with the players, we want to try and replicate that with a robot. Because of the repeatability of the robot, we can test large amounts of samples and get real tight data groups.
Robot testing is really, important part of it, but the robot's not out there hitting the golf ball on the course, so we really want to get feedback from the players.
We're capturing all this data, and in the meantime, we're capturing their subjective view where they're offering their opinions on how things perform. Because if you're a player and you feel it, it's real. We want to know, how did that feel? How did that fly for you? Was it in your launch window? Were you expecting that? So all these different things, what did it sound like? So that's what we're getting numbers, but we're dealing with people. We also do ball testing where we hit the products, and we try to do certain things for the engineers and scientists when they ask us to.
We'll hit about an average of 250 dozen per year, and each dozen has to be hit twice. So it could get up to about 6,000 balls a year we may hit, and I'm definitely not hitting all those myself.
So we'll hit all different clubs, we'll hit wedges, and we'll try to test the product, send it back to them for evaluation, but we do a lot of testing here.
We test golf balls for a variety of reasons. If we're testing balls that are part of product development and they're prototypes, we have a specific set of tests for that. If we're testing a competitive suite of golf balls played on tour only, we have a specific set of launch conditions for that. All those launch conditions came from player testing.
Every golfer is unique. Every golfer has that individual fingerprint. Every experience is unique when we test. So it's vital for us to capture everyone we can, because we know these conditions exist everywhere and outside of a box. They're not going to be something that isn't, here's your launch and spin and that's what everyone is. So every day we're seeing someone different.
We want to make the best ball possible for every type of player.
We want to know who you are and why you love the game, and how we can make products that perform best for you.